I had a special request to make a ring with some devil horns. So the original is made with gold wire. I'm using 18 gauge wire. I'll use the red artistic wire for this one. You'll need your cutters, some flat pliers, round pliers, and then I'm using my new favorite stepped ring mandrel. You don't need a lot of wire. I cut 4 inches and then I'm just going to put it around the ring mandrel. This mandrel is great because you can make wide rings that are the same width around, and so we're just going to bring it around to form the circle, and then we're going to remove it from the mandrel, and we'll get our flat nose pliers and we want to bend it up. So then we're going to take one side with our flat pliers, hold it, and then bend this straight out and then push it up on a bit of an angle. And then over here, we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to take it here where you want these to be positioned. You want to leave about a ½ inch space between there and there. And we're going to bend this straight and up at an angle. So we're going to have something that looks a little bit like that. If your pliers are too wide, get some needle nose pliers and then just hold this in place and bend that out at a bit of an angle. So we have a little bit of an angle there, and then that way, same thing here. Take this and bend it out on a bit of an angle. So we have something like that. So now we're going to go ahead and get our round pliers. So hold the round pliers underneath here and bring this up on an angle. And then we want to take the flat pliers again and then pinch it however high you want the horns to be, and then hold that in place and then push it back with your fingers. So just push it and then you're going to get a nice sharp angle there. So we're going to push it back and then we're going to just push that a bit, and if you have to, you can help it out with your flat pliers. So now we'll do the same on this side. Get the round pliers, bring it up, and then we'll get the needle nose pliers again and just push it back and really push it with your fingers so this gets quite sharp, and then give it another little push in there. And then we're just going to spread that out a little and that one out a little, and then we'll get our round pliers again. Take this in here and bring it down, and this one here we're going to just take it and bring them down. So there you have what looked like the horns. And then what I did in this one is I just simply cut them. I just clipped them so they just sit in that little corner. If you want it to be more secure, you can actually just fold it under. So for that, you want to take your flat pliers, careful not to scratch the wire, and then just bring this one around in here and pull it up, and then take this and give it a good little tug. You really want it pushed in there, and we're going to clip that so it's flush, and then push the end in so it's flush and not sharp. And then we're going to do the same on this side here. Hold it with the flat pliers, push that one around, and then you can let go of that and give it a good little tug with these flat pliers. You can push it a little bit too, and then we're going to clip it and get our needle nose pliers to stick it in there. If you have to angle these out a little more to get them sitting properly, you can go ahead and do that. Just take this and angle it out a little bit more. Get your round pliers too if you have to just push these out a little bit more on an angle. This one too, just push it out a little bit more so they're in the proper position that you like. And there you have your devil horn ring. So if you want to clip it flush, just get your clippers and make sure it's cut like just above that line of the ring, so just give it a little clip, and then this one too, make sure it's just right above that ring band, and from there you can push it in with your fingers or with your pliers. If you need to get a hammer and hammer a little bit so it stays in place, you can, but that gives a nice clean look. And if you do want to wind it around, you can go over and wind it, but it's a little more chunky. So now we're going to put it back on the ring cone, just adjust it how you want, and there you have your funky devil horn ring.